Hi guys, my name is Cami and welcome to another crochet vlog or vlogmas on my channel. I've been trying to post every single day this month and so far so good. It's currently the 3rd of December and I have some videos scheduled for the next 2 days, well, for today and for tomorrow. So we're on a good track and currently I'm crocheting a beanie and I'm almost done. I started working on it yesterday, like last night pretty much, and we made some good progress, so I'm going to finish this thing real quick. And also I figured out how to make my gimbal work the way I want it to work, so I'm figuring it out and just overall trying to work on improving the quality of my videos. So again, if you have any suggestions, please let me know in the comments, but hopefully it will help me stay in frame a little bit better. Oh yeah, you can track my hands. Okay, that's amazing, honestly. So I have a few plans for today. I want to finish this hat, obviously, and then I figured we could try to crochet a fluffy bucket hat, because in the recent vlog I went to the Athenian flea market and every other shop was selling like polyester fluffy bucket hats, and I have a lot of fluffy yarn, so I figured why not just try to make one myself. I'll improve the brightness. Thank you, camera. Oh, okay. So that's one plan. I have to look up a pattern for a bucket hat online, because I usually make bucket hats with the granny stitch, and I think for the fluffy one a solid bucket hat would just work out better. After that we have a few options. I kind of want to make a cotton top for the reason that I have too much cotton yarn, and it's not the season for cotton objects, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But I just kind of want to use up some yarn because I have a lot of it. And on the Black Friday sale, I purchased 2 patterns from Passioknit Goods. So we have a pattern for the Lilly top and for the ruffle top, and we'll see which one I'm going to end up making. But yeah, that's the plan for today. Also, what do you think about this colorway? I'm using Alizé Burkham Batik, and the colorways from this brand don't have like names, they only have numbers that describe them. So at first, when I just got the yarn, I decided to name this colorway Truffle because of the warm brown color going throughout the whole piece. But now that I'm actually working with it, it really reminds me of the fallen leaves of autumn, or the ones that are about to fall, so it's like very like leafy, if it makes sense. So I updated the name because I think it's just nicer to refer to a colorway by its name, even if it's not official, rather than just call it, oh, this is number this and that, instead of just calling it I don't know, autumnal leaves or autumn leaves, something like that. So if you go to my stash and my Revelry page, you can see I put like random names in brackets next to the official colorways, just so it's a little bit easier for me to refer to that in the future. And also I use the same names to like tag my items on Etsy. So if I would make this hat and it's made with the colorway that I named Autumn Leaves, I'll just say this is the Autumn Leaves beanie or hat or whatever. It just makes it a little bit smoother, in my mind at least. Let me know what you think. I am also behind when it comes to listing items on Etsy. I have a lot of stuff that's just laying in my room waiting to be listed. Not that I really expect people to order those items, because my Etsy is really slow since I'm quite literally just starting. I mean, well, technically I started selling stuff in like April this year. Now it's December. But most of my sales don't even happen on Etsy. I sell a lot of stuff on Vendora, which is a local Greek website. I also sell a lot of stuff in person. But yeah, I just like the way that my inventory looks on Etsy. I like that it's getting fuller and fuller, and you can just go into my shop online and browse, you know? It's not just 1, 2 items. I sold only like a couple scrunchies, some bandanas on Etsy, and the rest of my sales are patterns at the moment. But it's still very cool. I'm sure it's gonna take off eventually. I know Etsy is not that popular among creators and handmade vendors because Etsy takes a huge percentage of every single sale, and there's just a fee on a fee on a fee on a VAT on the fee, and it's just ridiculous. Like when someone makes a purchase from you on Etsy, you get like a whole list of taxes, VAT, and fees for every single purchase. So it makes it more expensive for the buyers, but also it's very frustrating for the business owners. So in the future, I will be looking into moving to a different website to sell my stuff, but now that it's very slow, it doesn't really affect me that much. I'm just going to stick to Etsy because it's convenient for me at the moment, but it just might not stay like that forever is all I'm trying to say. I feel very yapping today, but I guess that's good for the vlog, isn't it? So that's the progress on the beanie. I'm just going to finish it real quick and maybe we can get to the bucket hat. You might or might not notice if you watched my previous videos, but my scissors don't like to work for me very well. Yeah, one prayer for sharpened scissors for me, I guess. But it's been a struggle. I got them for like 10 PLN in my town in Poland, which equals to like, what, €2? And they bend in all directions. They're not the best, but I still refuse to buy more expensive scissors, so I'm stuck with them for a minute. And we finished the beanie. All I have to do is sew it on the top, so I'll do that real quick. And I know a lot of people like to go through every single stitch along the edge and they snitch it like that, but what I do instead is I just find like 4 spots around the border, let's call it, and just go back and forth there. So I do something like this in this spot, then over here on the other side, and go back to where I started and cinch it like that, and pretty much just repeat it afterwards in the spots in between those points. I hope it makes sense. I know it's a little bit dark, so it's probably hard to see, but it kind of creates like a flower shape with 4 petals, if you can imagine it like that. So I'm in between 2 of those, let's call them petals. So now I'll just go like through one of the petals that's like close to me, go back and forth, and do it again in all the other petals. So I go around like that, and then I try to get back to the point where I started in the middle and just pull the yarn, and that's how I close my beanies. Now I just tie the 2 ends together and weave in my ends, and that's it pretty much. Today that I complained about my scissors are working fine, so that's funny. And the beanie is fully complete. I just flip it to the right side. And if anyone is wondering how many rows I crochet for my beanies, it's 24 ribs or 48 rows of half double crochets. So that's the beanie. And it usually takes a single skein. This is all I have left of 100 grams and 210 meters or 230 yards of acrylic. Wait for it. Yeah, and a 5mm crochet hook. And now off to the bucket hat, I guess. I found this crochet pattern online. I'm going to link it in the description, and I think it's going to work pretty well. It's just double crochets, so that's what I'm gonna do. And this is the yarn I'm going to use. I was going to follow the pattern that I found, but honestly I'm just going to wing it at this point. I'm still gonna link the tutorial because why not? It's a very simple pattern. But this is what it's looking like so far. I am working on my 3rd row, and it's literally just double crochet increases as usual. So I'm just going to keep going with the circle until it's pretty much big enough to be on top of the head, and then I'll just do some regular rows of double crochet with no increases, and then I'll increase at the end of some rows. I don't know, we'll figure it out. Pretty much I'll figure it out as I go. Honestly, the tracking feature, oh come on, find it, yeah, lower it, oh there we go. The tracking feature on my camera is so cool. I was debating whether or not I should double strand the yarn as I usually do, because it's going to be very lightweight since I single strand it, and I think the brim could be floppy because of that. So maybe for the brim I'll just go down a hook size and we'll see how it goes. I finished the hat. I used almost the entire skein. This is all I have left. And honestly, I think it would look a little bit better if I made it with single crochets as opposed to with double crochets. So this is what it's looking like. I didn't take notes, but I am going to kind of note how I made it, just in case I want to make it again. I did like 6 rows without increases, and then I didn't want to count my stitches because lazy. So I would just increase every about 10 stitches, and then the very last 2 rows I increased every 6, but I still don't like that, like the cloche part, the brim. I wish it kind of went out a little bit more, but yeah, I think it looks nice other than that. So I will make another one maybe tomorrow, probably not today, and I'll just try to recreate it but with single crochets instead, which will take forever, but I think it's going to be worth it. I decided I'm going to make the Lilly top by Passioknit Kelsie, and I found a bunch of mercerized cotton, so that's what I'm going to use. And because the pattern calls for a weight 4 and I think this is a weight 2, I'm just going to double strand it and hope for the best. I just hope it won't make big holes. If it does, maybe I'll just pair it with another yarn because I have quite a few cottons, so we'll see. I got out this natural cotton by Diva. This is a little bit thicker than the black yarn I have, so I'm thinking maybe I'll pair this with 1 strand of black, or maybe I want to triple strand it. Honestly, I'm not sure. I just don't want the top to be see-through, but at the same time I don't want to use too much yarn so that it's not too thick. Yeah, I think I'm going to do 2 strands of black and 1 strand of the deeper purple, so this one, and we'll see. Yeah, I tried chaining with 3 strands and it's just too much. I'm going to do 1 strand of black and 1 strand of purple, and I think it's going to be fine. So maybe we can make 2 tops in very small sizes. I don't know, I'm going to start with the size small and maybe we'll make another color in a bigger size. We'll see, because I'm not sure how much yarn this is going to take because I can't find information in the pattern about it. I did make Lilly tops before using a video tutorial and I don't think it states how much yarn you would need anyway, so we're playing a guessing game here. This is how much I got done today. We finished almost 2 full bowls that I had and that I showed you before, so this is all the black I have left, and honestly we're doing pretty good. This is the size small, so most definitely, actually for sure, I'm going to finish it tomorrow. But that is it when it comes to today's vlog, so subscribe if you want to see more, and see you in the next one.